In this tutorial we're going to look at all the different ways that we can manipulate data, okay? And we're going to use it by use of a verb. So we're going to have a mob, and then I'm just going to give it a few variables. Num1, I'm going to have num2, num3 and sum, or something like that. And then I'm going to have a verb. I'm going to call it add, or you can call it whatever you want. Now there's two ways to do. First off, you can add data to a variable. If you just want to add 1 every time, just go num and put 2 pluses after, and that will add 1 to num, okay? That will add 1 to num, or should I say num1, because that's the variable name. You could go num, actually we don't need all those variables are declared, we'll just stick with 1, with a few actually. We could go num minus, so that will minus 1 from num, and if you compile you see that all works fine. Then you've got adding. Now if you want to add two variables together, you go num1 plus, then equals num2. That will actually add the data in number 2 into number 1, and it'll add 1 and 2 together, and the answer will be stored in num1, okay? Then you could subtract them. You could go num minus num2, so that would be the data in number 1 minus the data in number 2, and then the data would be stored in number 1. And yep, that works fine. Then you can set data to equal something else. You could set num1 equals num3 if you wanted. Again, that all works fine. You could then go num1, and then here's a few other things we're going to do. You can go num3 multiplied by num2, so num1 will equal num3 multiplied by num2. Then you've got the other one where you can go num3 minus divided by num2. So those are really the most common ways in which we actually calculate numbers. When you're doing the divide, sometimes you'll use a command called round, and round works typing in the command round with an open and close bracket and what you want to do in between, so it rounds it up to the nearest. And you can set that, and then if you put a comma after your calculation and put a digit in, so 10 will round it to the nearest 10, 100 will round it to the nearest 100, 1000 will round it to the nearest 1000, and things like that. We'll look at some more data manipulation later on, but that's just the basics that I thought I'd get over, so you can get used with, again, different terms that you'll actually see used in byond as you're probably looking through bits of code that you can get off the net. So there's just a few things, and things you can add into your own programs. As I say, the more complicated stuff we'll actually look at later on.